2013 graduation. My name is Michelle Nowak-Sharkey, and I'm the college director, and I'm very excited every year to be able to celebrate with our fantastic graduates that go through our program. So we're now going to have our graduates process in, and they're going to be processing in by program. And the first program that is going to come in is being led by faculty member Robin Shepard, and it's our massage therapy program. Next, led by faculty member Gloria Sobel, is our Holistic Health Practitioner graduates. And our final program is led by faculty member Charlene Penner, and this is our Associate of Science graduates. Look at that. Just perfect. Congratulations to all. At this point, I'd like to call to the stage Carol Osborne. Carol is going to be our Mistress of Ceremonies tonight, and Carol is one of the founders of IPSB. She was back then, way 37 years ago, when IPSB was just an idea inside the minds of 3 people. So we're very honored that Carol is able to come here tonight and be our Mistress of Ceremonies. Carol.
I'd have to say that I'm the honored one to be here. I want to welcome you graduates. Well done. Welcome to our board members, to our administrators, to our faculty, and to those of you who are current students or perhaps will someday be students. We especially welcome all of you, our honored guests, the family, the parents, the partners, the children, the friends, and the clients. All of you who have supported and questioned, encouraged and wondered, and stood by our esteemed graduates throughout their programs. Today, we mark your accomplishments and thank you as well. As Michelle said, I was here at the beginning. I have continued to be here throughout as a faculty member and as a practicing body worker. And so as such, it is a tremendous honor for me to be the Mistress of Ceremonies. I am charged with the order and with the tone of this, the 37th graduation rituals. Some of the elements of our graduating ritual today, you will see, are universal to all graduations at most academic institutions. Others of them are quite unique for IPSB traditions. And we are going to begin our program with one of those more unique traditions, a bell Om. So graduates, as in the first circle that you were in at IPSB, and then through all the many other circles that you were a part of creating throughout your programs, will you please join and lead in a meditation of sound and of breath, our bell Om. We invite all of you who are here to participate as well, intoning the sound of Om as a recollection of your true self. And then, just as a bell would resonate with many different tones after it has been struck, continue on in the rhythm of your own breath, at your own pitch and volume, for as long as the Spirit so moves you. You'll hear and you'll feel the natural conclusion of our joined yet unique voices. Graduate staff and guests, we invite you to use your breath and sound to open your hearts and join as one here. So now, with awareness in your breath, deep and easy, fully savoring this moment of accomplishment. Graduates, please continue your internal focus and spend a few moments remembering your first circle, your essential circle at this point. And now flip in your mind's eye through the many circles you formed in learning here, just as you would flip through the pages of a photo album with treasured memories captured. And now open your eyes and take a moment to register, to recognize, to savor this circle of celebration in which you are now seated. If you need to stand up to do it, turn around, look around, and find the people in the room and acknowledge them with your eyes, those that have gathered in recognition of you. Go ahead, if you need to stand up to make eye contact, find them. Yeah. Make sure you can see each other. You know where they are, your special people are. And now, finally, imagine yourself forward now into the thousands of circles of nurturing touch and the relationships and the education that you're going to create every time you approach the table with each of your clients. That's a lovely thought, isn't it? Blessed be. We are graduating today many, many individuals from each of our programs of study. We have 19 from the massage therapy program, 20 who have completed the HHP, 22 who are receiving their Associates of Science degrees, although not all of these individuals are able to be here today. Interestingly enough, from other professions before their bodywork and massage professions, we have a dental assistant, we have someone from technical theater management, we have a diamond grader, G-R-A-D-E-R, grader, an engineer, people from sales, and people from the restaurant business, amongst other professions, bringing all of those talents, wisdom, experiences, and insights to their new profession of massage and bodywork. Our graduates are from places as close by as right here in San Diego, other parts of California, Idaho, and as far away as Brazil, Italy, and New Zealand. Our graduates range in age from 19 to 17. We have a father and son graduating today who went through their program. Coming from many cultural, racial, and spiritual traditions, you have all united here at IPSB towards the goal of learning a craft that will sustain you on a practical level and will provide you with a very meaningful and mindful way to support individuals and to support our planet's optimal health. It's a bold, bold mission that you are on. Our theme for commencement this year is A Brave and Startling Truth, based on the poem by Maya Angelou. So I would like to call our Associate of Science graduate, Jamie Johnson, up to the podium. Jamie is going to read the poem for us. You can follow along with the words on the back of the program, or just take it into your ears.
We as people on a small and lonely planet, traveling through casual space, past aloof stars, across the way of indifferent suns, to a destination where all signs tell us it is possible and imperative that we learn a brave and startling truth. And when we come to it, to the day of peacemaking, when we release our fingers from fists of hostility and allow the pure air to cool our palms. When we come to it, when the curtain falls on the minstrel show of hate and faces suited with scorn are scrubbed clean, when battlefields and coliseum no longer rake our unique and particular sons and daughters up with the bruised and bloody grass to lie in identical plots in foreign soil. When the rapacious storming of the churches, the screaming racket in the temples have ceased, when the pennants are waving gaily, when the banners of the world tremble stoutly in the good, clean breeze. When we come to it, when we let the rifles fall from our shoulders, and the children dress their dolls in flags of truce, when the landmines of death have been removed, and the aged can walk into evenings of peace, when the religious ritual is not perfumed by the incense of burning flesh, and the childhood dreams are not kicked away by nightmares of abuse. When we come to it, then we will confess that not the pyramids with their stones set in mysterious perfection, nor the gardens of Babylon hanging as eternal beauty in our collective memory, not the Grand Canyon, kindled into delicious color by western sunsets, nor the Danube, flowing its blue soul into Europe, not the sacred peak of Mount Fuji, stretching to the rising sun, neither Father Amazon nor Mother Mississippi, who without favor nurture all creatures in the depths and on the shores. These are not the only wonders of the world. When we come to it, we, this people, on this minuscule and kithless globe, who reach daily for the comb, the bomb, the blade, and the dagger, yet who petition in the dark for tokens of peace. We, this people, on this mote of matter, in whose mouths abide cankerous words, which challenge our very existence. Yet out of those same mouths come songs of such exquisite sweetness, that the heart falters in its labor, and the body is quieted into awe. We, this people, on this small and drifting planet, whose hands can strike with such abandon, that in a twinkling life is sapped from the living. Yet those same hands can touch with such healing, irresistible tenderness, that the haughty neck is happy to bow, and the proud back is glad to bend. Out of such chaos, of such contradiction, we learn that we are neither devils nor divines. When we come to it, we, this people, on this wayward floating body, created on this earth, of this earth, have the power to fashion for this earth a climate where every man and every woman can live freely without sanctimonious piety, without crippling fear. When we come to it, we must confess that we are the possible, we are the miraculous, the true wonder of this world. That is when, and only when, we come to it.
Jamie, thank you. So the 2013 quote taken from that poem, "A Great Startling Truth," is on your certificate holder. And it says, when we come to it, we must confess that we are the possible, we are the miraculous, the true wonder of this world. That is when, and only when, we come to it. This has been beautifully illustrated by IPSB's graphic artist, Adrian Berlazza, on your certificate holder. So now, let's pause here for just a moment. Everybody who would like, stand, wiggle, squirm in your seat, get up and stretch for a couple of moments. Get yourself, no, not quite time for this. Get yourselves comfortable. Take a few moments if you need to, if you aren't already comfortable, because there are some folks who want to celebrate you and have things to say to all of us. All right, so everybody's ready? Okay, you missed your stretch break. All right. First of all, it is my great honor to introduce Ed Moken. Ed Moken is currently the president of IPSB, the board of directors, as he was from 1984 to 2004. Ed holds a doctorate in psychology, which he received from the University of Michigan. He has practiced Rolfing as a body-oriented psychotherapy since 1968, and he has taught here at IPSB since 1977. Ed?
Wow. I won't go through that whole list that Carol did. But welcome, parents, friends, graduates, students, all of us. I hope I can see this.
I'm going to help you us to be able to hear you.
All right. I'm not doing well for sight.
What would he do without?
All right, we want a little background here. The body was discovered in 1947 by a French existentialist in Paris. He had been wandering about in the present moment when he noticed an organic creature living just inside his skin. It was a shock. This was not the objective thing body that he'd always been told he had. He was this body, and this body was he. He explored it and found it was nonverbal but very, very smart, spontaneous, authentic, intuitive, creative, profound. He encountered some sorrows and regrets and pain and suffering, but it always came out clearer. He had discovered the key to what he'd always been searching for, which was authenticity. News of it spread quickly in some circles and very, very slowly in others. Soon scores of bodies were being discovered. Word even came that bodies had been being discovered in China for quite some time. By 1957, it was known that the body was a vehicle for getting real, for knowing real things, and for growing up. A lot of people were learning to ride in this vehicle. By 1967, there was a summer of love, and you know what that means. At some point, somebody realized that when bodies touch each other consciously, amazing things happen, like healing and awareness and growth. And thus, finally, in 1977, IPSB was born. This is a somewhat simplified history. IPSB was dedicated to the idea that if you learn to touch people consciously, you can not only earn a living, but also keep developing yourself. The body was the subject, the body is the subject, and the body is also the teacher. Lots of people responded to the idea and came to IPSB. The classes weren't just verbal, but had movement and other experiential stuff. To call the body out, it was embodiment stuff. Hundreds came and then went out to earn a living that supported their own growth, knowing that for both themselves and their clients, embodiment is empowerment. And that's gone on till this very day as the very latest batch of whippersnapper body workers comes to pick up his diploma. I should say that the last time I gave a commencement address at IPSB, it went on for 45 minutes. There's lots of people in this room that are very nervous. Michelle right now is rubbing her hands together in an embodied way, of course. She made me promise. But in case others of you are nervous for the same reason, let me assure you I have pledged to keep it short. I just want to say that I wish you the best in both aspects of this path you are commencing. May your career in the art of bodywork be prosperous and emotionally rewarding, and may you continue to treasure the arts of personal development that an aware life in the body makes possible. So blessings to us all. Amen.
Thank you, Ed. Well, you little whippersnappers. You ready for the next one? All right. So I'd like to introduce Michelle Sharkey, who you've already seen. She has recently moved into the position of college director after having been the Dean of Education at IPSB for 4 years. IPSB is a former Michelle is a former IPSB student, so she's been around for quite some time. She was also a faculty member before becoming the Dean of Education. She has her California certification and is nationally certified as a body worker as well. So Michelle, welcome.
On this glorious San Diego evening, we come together to realize a brave and startling truth. That touch can be the mode in which we create relationship. That touch can be the way to reach the soul of each person we encounter. That these hands, as the poem states, can touch with such healing, irresistible tenderness, that the haughty neck is happy to bow and the proud back is glad to bend. Each graduate here tonight has had their own brave and startling truths revealed to them with respect to the power of positive touch. For some, the very decision to come to massage school was a brave truth to be acknowledged. It might have began with the willingness to leave behind schooling in another field, a career long established, or a lifestyle that was settled to pursue education in the power of positive touch. For others, life took something away, such as an income, a loved one, a place to live, and opened them to a startling truth. For all, the decision to learn about positive touch brought brave and startling truths about themselves. Through the somatic approach that IPSB offers its students, graduates have explored their own personal touch history, found courage to go a bit deeper into themselves, and possibly face some fears while looking at established beliefs and long-cherished ideals, all in the pursuit of becoming psychologically sensitive body workers that have chosen to touch humanity one body at a time. And I know, as you all do, that the truths do not stop when you're handed your certificate or when you say your final goodbyes to your instructors and classmates. The world is full of brave and startling truths that will continue to be revealed to you. I think that I can speak for all of IPSB, staff, faculty, alumni, and board members, that we have been proud and honored to be part of your journey on this wayward floating body, this small drifting planet. That our best intention for you was always and will always be to support you in finding your brave and startling truths. And that you, by choosing IPSB, have helped confirm a truth revealed to IPSB's founders 37 years ago, and is the reason that each instructor continues to teach and share their passion, or is why each staff member works to improve services to our students. That truth is that this field we call massage and bodywork, in all its forms, with oil, without oil, from deep work to energy work, from passive movement to realigning structure, confirms that the power of positive touch allows each of us every day to remember we are all miraculous and the true wonder of this world. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Wow. All right. So, our next speaker is here with a very, very important message to you. You don't probably know Wendy Williams. I know Wendy Williams. Several of us know Wendy Williams. She was one of the first students at IPSB, starting in 1978. She is going to be welcoming you to the profession because over these many years, her life has gone in different directions, such as the 5 years that she spent in a Zen Buddhist temple. But no matter where she was, she always kept up her massage practice. And for the last 17 years, she has owned a day spa in nearby Solana Beach. So, Wendy, welcome to the stage and welcome back to IPSB.
Welcome to the profession. I'm very proud to be the first therapist to tell you how happy we are that you are joining us. When I graduated from IPSB 34 years ago, the massage world that I entered was quite different. First of all, no one knew anything about massage. My first job was at La Costa, which was the only spa in San Diego. The massages were 30 minutes. In order to do an entire body in 30 minutes, we had to massage both legs at the same time. Of course, it was ridiculous, but the clients were happy. And these were the sophisticated people who actually got massages. Secondly, there was no competition. No one else was doing massage. Even 17 years ago, when I opened my spa, there were no other spas around. All the big hotels sent their guests to us. Now every hotel has a super deluxe spa, and on my street alone, there are 8 massage centers. And there are at least another 20 therapists on my street working out of private offices, including Barry Green on my street. So you really have to step up your game right from the beginning. Clients are much more knowledgeable, and the competition is fierce. On the other hand, you have much more opportunity. When I started, hardly anyone got massages. Now, almost everyone has had one or wants to have one. The 2014 Affordable Care Act has some very promising, if ambiguous, wording that makes insurance coverage for massage a very real possibility. Your massage elders have been fighting for a long time with the medical and chiropractic lobbies in order to have massage accepted as a valid health care partner. I am sure that within the next few years, you will be the recipients of our hard work, and you will be recognized and compensated as the healthcare professionals that you are. Probably most of you have heard that therapists burn out in 5 years. The reason therapists burn out is that they hurt themselves, their backs and their hands. And I do mean hurt themselves because it's not necessary. You are lucky because you have been taught the body awareness to prevent yourselves from hurting yourselves. If you do what you have been taught, sink into your legs, move from your dantian, keep your beautiful maiden hands, you will not only avoid injury, you will thrive. I am 69 years old, I do massage full time, and I'm stronger than I've ever been in my life. The other reason for burnout is boredom. Massage can be boring. Another arm, another leg. Or it can be endlessly fascinating. If you approach the body like a treasure map, with treasures to explore, discoveries to be made, and maybe a few gargoyles to joust with, you will never be bored. And of course, keep learning throughout your lives. Next week I'm going to Boulder to take a workshop with one of my massage idols. And I'm just as excited as I was when I was a brand new student. I think that at the many commencements around the country this summer, the speakers have probably hoped that maybe 1 or 2 of the graduates will do some good in the world. Well, I and the other speakers today are lucky because we know that every one of you will do good in the world. Every time you will touch someone, a little pain will be removed from the world, and in its place will be joy and openness. And so for this, I as a human being and a fellow therapist, thank you. And I love you.
Wendy, us who here in this audience are part of your profession, we welcome you as well. We have one more speaker, not last but not least speaker, maybe one of our most important speakers, and that is Lindsay Steck. She is our graduate speaker, speaking for all of you and yet speaking for herself. We would love to hear from all of you, but Lindsay's been chosen, and Lindsay began her journey here at IPSB nearly 5 years ago. She was a receptionist at our massage therapy clinic. She is now completed with her structural integration and also completed her specialization in relational somatics. And she continues to assist at some of our classes. So, Lindsay, please.
Excuse us, I hit her speech.
Thank you. When I have this dream, I am wondering why the heck I agreed to this. This is the same question I pondered 3 years and over 1,000 massage hours ago when I was driving up the hill to IPSB, contemplating whether to sign up for another Western-oriented kinesiology degree or fluffy massage school. I had been a receptionist at the massage clinic for nearly 2 years and received over 100 awkward massages. And I never thought I would be one of them. I even moved to San Diego to be engulfed in the holistic health world because I knew I wanted to help people. But rub them? Ha! No way, not me, no thank you. Besides, I hated making beds, so there was no way I was going to set tables multiple times a day. After years of going easy on the blossoming egos of students in the clinic and supporting their fearful journeys, I received a structural integration session that changed my idea of massage therapy and opened my mind to the consideration of a bodywork career. And alas, I find myself standing here before you with a successful structural integration practice, making beds, rubbing bodies, and to my Western brainwashed mind's dismay, a healing and enhancing livelihoods along the way. My resistance to this journey has seemed to follow me all the way to the finale. I wasn't planning on attending this ceremony today until I received an email to speak with you. What an honorable opportunity which shouldn't be given a second thought, or at least that's how my friends and family saw it. To the girl who was trying to duck out unnoticed, avoid celebrating her accomplishments, and quickly move on to conquering the next 17 feats. This email came as quite an irritation. In true IPSB fashion, I have been handed yet another unwelcome chance to process my avoidance. So, I'm here with you all, facing my resistance to acknowledging my years of hard work, notable Dean's List status, and the zero financial balance I've worked so hard to pay off along the way. In order to talk with you today, I had to take a stroll down memory lane, and let me tell you, this journey was not as easy as I remember it to be. From beginning to end, I quit multiple jobs, I dropped many classes numerous times in order to run away and move back to the Midwest. Actually, allow me to rephrase that statement. I wasn't running, per se. I, of course, always had a very practical reason for leaving, such as needing to support family, or that I belonged in the Midwest, or that I was in love, or insert every other seemingly logical reason for a scared little Lindsay to bolt as quickly as possible away from success. Yet, through all of my fears, agitation, excuses, and attempts to disappear, I persevered and finally made it to the end and continue to manifest on endless opportunities for myself. When I wasn't trying to run away, what was I doing? Waking up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, working a full 10-hour day, then going to class all night, only to arrive home at 10:45 p.m. to repeat the pattern again and again. But It seemed rather robotic at times, but I somehow maintained and made some of the deepest friendships of my life, whom without this process would never have been possible. I once again had to reach out to these incredibly supportive souls to join me in this reflection, and the feedback I received was unbelievably loving. The words that reoccurred in every message were inspiring, encouraging, driven, positive, strong, and passionate. Wow, that's me? These words coming from the people who watch me go through the emotional breakdowns from DreamWorks, the unnerving ahas from relational somatics, and the anxiety-ridden freakouts caused by sensory repatterning? Maybe I just have a keen sense for choosing great liars in my life? All jokes aside, these encouraging words remind me that no matter what, I've always dedicated myself to looking at the bright side of life while encouraging others to do the same and follow their own passions. That is how I continue to succeed on this voyage. IPSB is a special community. Over the past 5 years and multiple status changes from employee to student to teacher, I have watched this organization adapt to the ever-changing economy and community. Sometimes these changes have been for the best, and other times it's questionable. But, but IPSB has always been a safe haven for all of its students, its staff, its supporters, and our healing community. As you may know, this school isn't just about finding a career or the tools to make money. It's about finding yourself, your truth, learning to stand for what you believe, who you are, how to use your voice, and emerge from the depths of your shadows. IPSB is about healing and self-discovery. It seems pretty selfish when I frame it this way, but one important key we all learn at IPSB is that you cannot help other people and the healing path unless you first heal yourself. This school has given me a secure place to heal and provided me with the direction, purpose, and the confidence I needed to create a safe environment for my clients to do the same. In just the first 2 years of my practice, I have been able to use the skills IPSB has provided and encourage healing in my clients. Many disheartened souls have come to me, injured, unconfident, lacking in faith that they will ever feel relief, and I have been honored to walk side by side with them as they bloom with new awareness, freedom from pain, reestablish confidence in themselves, and regain the opportunity to revel in a multitude of their passions. I am one of the lucky ones, the small percentage of society who is truly passionate about what I do and grateful every single day to have the opportunity to go play in the bodywork field. I have an immense appreciation for IPSB, the staff, its teachers, the students, my friends, old and new, family, and this entire beautiful journey. This endeavor has truly been life-changing for me, and it is only the beginning of my story. I leave you with a quote from the first quarter of IPSB. Everyone finds their own doorway to walk through. Each doorway you walk through will bring you into a new space of being. As you create new spaces to walk into, stand a moment in the doorway and review the scene behind you. Then turn, and for a moment, be awe-inspired with the wonder of the new space you have created to play into. At least give yourself this moment. So I thank you, Michelle, and IPSB, and Cindy, for forcing me to suffer through my process all the way to the very last hour of graduation. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being here today to share this moment of reflection and awe with me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And so now we have the focus of our commencement rituals, which is the granting of the certificates and the degrees well earned by each of these folks. To do this and to handle that whole process, I'd like to introduce our academic chair and faculty member, Sherry Grayson. And she is going to talk. She'll be calling each of you forward and handling the rituals for a little bit here. So, Sherry.
And any faculty members, we'd like to have you come up to the stage so we can create a little line back here
to give all our graduates a wonderful hug.
So as the receiving line comes up, I'm going to give some instructions. So each graduate will come forward when they hear their name read. They will give up their stole, which represents their time as a student, and will be given a certificate holder, which represents their new life as a professional. Not all our graduates are here today. Graduates complete their programs at all different times, and many have left for other parts of the world. We honor them also today. So I have Michelle and Ed, who will be handing out the certificates and collecting the stoles. And we have Diana and James and Marjan and Carol and Gloria and Charlene and Rebecca and Robin all. So you know what? Hugs all the way down. So there'll be a photo moment right up here when you get your certificate. So if any of the audience wants to take a quick picture, so pause there for a moment, graduates, and then get your hugs and be careful as you step off the stage. All right, so will all of our massage therapy program graduates please stand? And please wait to come up until you hear your name. Julia Augustus.
I'm a hugger. She's going to take her stole.
Christina Deardar. Bill Hare. No problem. Justine Larice. Hannah Naira. And Lindsay Steck. And would all of our Holistic Health Practitioner Program graduates please stand and wait for your names to be called. Michael Bearden. Shauna Brandon. Diane Davidson. Karen Mears. Elizabeth Murray. Joe Rose. Michael Ripen. And Nico Vasquez. Nicole Stewart. Dear board members, on behalf of the faculty of the International Professional School of Bodywork, I am pleased to present these graduates, these candidates who have completed all the coursework and met all the requirements for the Associate of Science degree in Holistic Health. I'd like to invite Board of Directors Representative Ed Mopin to come up to confer the graduates. Would all of the Associate of Science program graduates please stand?
By the authority invested in me by the Board of Directors and guardian angel of IPSB, International Professional School of Bodywork, I hereby award you the degree of Associate of Science in Holistic Health with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereof appertain.
As you hear your name, please come forward. Oscar Arce. Jeremy Arce. Taquinsha Campos. Sandy Cole. Crystal Fortman. Andrea Guy. Sarah Hightower. Jamie Johnson. David Lopez. Michael Mendez. Stephanie Meredith. Renee Mink. Stephanie Salazar. Michael Tomaszewski. Mija Valdez. Our college director, Michelle Nowak-Sharkey, will announce the students who have received academic achievement during their studies here at IPSB. I get hugs after.
6 students will receive cords for having the highest cumulative GPA for their program. The cords that they received today are Celtic heart knots. The students will be introduced by program. Some of our students of the 6 were not able to be with us, but their names are going to be announced in honor of their achievement. For the Associate of Science program, Crystal S. Fordman. Colleen Conway. She is not with us today. For our Holistic Health Practitioner program, Jacob D. Thompson. He just recently got married and he's not with us today. Elizabeth Murray. For a massage therapy program, Jody N. Turnbull, who could not be with us today. And Joyce A. Gill, who could not be with us today. Congratulations.
Well, now you all look like the rest of us. Except you've got the biggest grins of everyone, for sure. To officially end our ceremonies today, I want to first leave you with what one of the geniuses of our bodywork traditions, Ida Rolf, said once when she was sending off her students of structural integration. And you can put the intonation on this how you like. God bless you and your clients. And so let's also now end with a joyful noise. Everyone let yourself clap, whoop, holler, dance your way to the cake and the lemonade and further celebration.